An investor without investment objectives is like a traveler without a destination. Today, I'll help you with your destination.
Welcome to Lucid Inklings. Friends, we are in the second quarter of the year and it is high time for us to think on tax saving schemes. I have seen many people making hasty decisions at the end of the financial year and investing in some tax saving schemes which is not at all suitable to them. ATC gives you a list of investing options for tax saving purpose and it is our responsibility to decide where to invest our hard-earned money. Now let's look into various options of investment. Here is the list of schemes available for investment under Section ATC. This section of deduction is applicable only to individuals and HUF. Individuals here means you, your spouse and children. There are nearly 13 items which I have taken from the Act. Let's see one by one. So the first one, the most popular one, premium paid on LIC. Many of us at the end of the financial year, when you don't know how to reduce your income tax liability, you just call your agent and take an insurance policy and you never think whether it is suitable for us or no, because many of us are not aware of the other investment option available under this section, like public provident fund, Suganya Samriddhi account, national pension scheme, and post office time deposit, senior citizen scheme, like that. And the maximum deduction possible here is 1,50,000, and if you have made an contribution to national pension scheme, there is an additional deduction of 50,000. So totally you could claim 2 lakh as deduction under this section. And in this video I have taken 6 best investment schemes, both in case of returns and tax benefits. Let's have a look on it. First one is public provident fund. Aim of this fund is to mobilize small savings from people by offering them an investment opportunity with reasonable returns along with some tax benefits. This is a triple E scheme, that is, this scheme is tax free in all its stages. Like while you do initial investment, you get deduction in ATC, and the early returns is tax free, and the final proceeds are also tax free. Now let's look into its features. Like only a resident Indian can make an investment in PPF, and even a minor can also invest in this fund. And since this is a government fund, the returns are guaranteed. And then there is a lock-in period of 15 years. Only after that you could get your final proceeds. And deposit frequency is 12 deposits in a year. And tax treatment, as I have mentioned in already in previous slides, and contribution amount can be even from rupees 500 and it may end till rupees 1,50,000, and you can take a loan against PPF, that is available from 3rd year till 6th year, and the partial withdrawal is also possible, like a 50% of the PPF can be withdrawn after completion of 5 years, and that's it. Next is tax saving fixed deposit scheme. It is a FD scheme with a lock-in period of 5 years. The initial amount invested can be claimed as in deduction in that particular year under ATC, but the interest which you earn every year is taxable and TDS is also applicable on it. Friends, I have made a detailed video on different type of interest on various investment and its tax effects. The link of that is given in the description box. Kindly have a check on it. Now let's look into the features of 5-year tax saving bonds. It is guaranteed by Government of India, so returns are guaranteed, and it can be opened even offline or through online through net banking or mobile banking. And deduction under ATC is available, that is, initial investment you'll get deduction in ATC, and the maturity proceeds are also not taxable. Only the fixed deposit interest is taxable and TDS is also applicable on it. Then minors can also apply under guardianship in this FD scheme, and loan can be taken on this FD with lesser interest. That's it. Then it is ELSS, Equity Linked Savings Scheme. It is a kind of mutual fund with a majority of investment in equities. It has both dividend and growth options. Coming to the taxability part, investment is tax free, that is, initial investment is tax free, but long term gains over 1 lakh which you gain at the time of transfer are taxable at 10%, and this scheme is a bit risky due to its equity exposure. Now let's look into the benefits of ELSS. It offers higher returns due to their equity exposure when we make a comparison with other scheme, and it has a lock-in period of 3 years. So if your investment plan is for a shorter period, this is the best option, because when we make a comparison with other investment schemes like public provident fund, which has a lock-in period of 15 years, and national savings certificate, its lock-in period is much lower. And then minimum investment is required, only minimum investment, and it will be invested in some good equities and you will get returns, but its returns are not fixed. Like in fixed deposit you have a fixed interest rate and that you'll get every year, but here returns may be like fluctuating. It may be higher, sometimes it may also go lower. Next comes National Savings Certificate. It is an Indian government savings bond used for small savings, and also it is a part of postal savings system, and it offers guaranteed returns every year. Coming to the taxability part, initial amount you will get deduction under ATC, but fact is interest is taxable. But in all the NSEs, the interest will be reinvested during the tenure of the National Savings Certificate. So it would naturally come under ATC. Let's look into its features. It could be purchased only by a resident Indian individual. And coming to the liquidity part, NSE has a lock-in period of 5 years, and premature withdrawals are not allowed, but these can be used as a security for availing loans from banks. And rate of interest is subject to revision every year, but this rate remains fixed during the entire tenure of NSE. And investment is from 100 to the maximum amount of 1,50,000. And the tax treatment is like interest earned in the final year is taxable, because in the final year there is no question of reinvestment, so it is naturally taxable. And the lock-in period is 5 years. Then comes NPS. It is a pension scheme or a social security initiative by central government. It is open to all employees either from public or private, and even the people from unorganized sector can take part in it. This scheme encourages people to invest in a pension account at regular intervals, and after retirement people can make use of it. Now let's look into its features. Any person within the age group of 18 to 60 can take part in this scheme, and he must be an Indian citizen, and minor cannot apply for this scheme. And regarding lock-in period, it matures at 60. So from the age of 61, he will be getting a fixed income from the scheme. And regarding the partial withdrawal, after 3 years of account opening, partial withdrawal is possible. And regarding asset classes, National Pension Scheme would deposit its amount either in an equity or government bond or corporate bond, etc. Then regarding tax treatment, for initial investment you will get deduction under ATC, and whatever interest you earn on it is also tax free. But regarding withdrawal, out of the accumulated amount of the fund, only 60% can be withdrawn, and out of that 60%, 40% is exempt and balance 20% is taxable. Then regarding the types of NPS, there are two types, that is Tier 1. Tier 1 is an account with tax benefits, and you cannot withdraw the amount till the maturity period. And regarding Tier 2, it doesn't have any tax benefits, you can withdraw your amount anytime. And then regarding account opening, it can be opened online through NSDL website or through Carvey website. Our final scheme is Suganya Samriddhi Yojana. This scheme aims at solving a major problem associated with a girl child, that is her education and marriage. It provides a bright future for the girl child by facilitating the parents with a scheme that would help them to meet her education and marriage expenses. Now, coming to the features, who can open the account? This can be opened by parents or by legal guardians. There to open the account, it can be opened at post office or at some authorized banks. And regarding number of accounts, it is one account per child and there is a restriction, that is maximum of 2 children. And regarding maturity, it is 21 years from account opening or marriage, whichever is earlier. Partial withdrawal is possible. It is possible only after the girl reaches the age of 18. And regarding minimum and maximum deposit, this account can be opened with a very small amount, that is rupees 250, and it may extend till 1.5 lakhs. And regarding the interest rate, it offers the highest interest rate when we make a comparison with other investment schemes. And regarding tax benefits, it is a triple E scheme, that is exempt in all its stages. Like in initial investment, you get a deduction in ATC and its annual returns are tax free and final proceeds are also tax free. Friends, we saw 6 different investment types and now the dilemma is, which should I choose? Before choosing a scheme, please consider these factors like duration of your commitment, whether it is short term or long term, then level of your risk tolerance. Then comes diversification of funds. I would always suggest diversification of funds. Instead of investing all your amount in a single scheme, better diversify that and invest in various schemes, and that would offer better tax benefits and also good returns. And then come to interest rates. Make a comparison between different interest rates offered by various schemes and then choose your scheme. Finally, go to the tax benefits offered by various schemes. This is all about ATC, and for further deduction available under ATD, I have made a separate video. A link of that video I have mentioned in the description box. Please have a look on it. So guys, plan wisely and choose your investment. Investment skill is a minute to learn and a lifetime to master. So master those skills, and thank you for watching my video.